gonna fall apart, then we can't hardly advocate for what God can do. So in our situation, what people need to see is us standing on the principles of God. They need to see us talking about how good God is and what he can do in the midst of some situations, and to recall some times in your life where God showed up and rescued you when you didn't know the outcome. People got to hear your story to be encouraged to know that it's help and hope for them yet in their own lives. It says that the person that's unsure or that doubts who God is and what he can do, it said that person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all that they do. You know, we don't want to be unstable. We don't want to be double-minded. Yeah. We, you know, I look at that as that those two thieves that were on the cross. You know, at what point in our life do we surrender? At what point do we say, Lord, it's going to take you? You know, a lot of times people won't pray because they don't want to make the agreement with God. Mm-hmm. Mm. You know, they want God to fix them, but they don't want to say that they're going to change something.
Yeah.
Because they really feel like they are okay where they're at. But if they were okay, why would they be going through what they're going through? Mm. It's always God's way of waking us up to understand and value our relationship with him. You know, that where we know we need him. Verse 9 said, believers in humble circumstances ought to take pride in their position. When I think back on the fact of James being stoned to death for his testimony of who Christ is, it's like when you decide that you're going to follow the Lord, you got to already know that there's going to be some persecution that you got to endure. It has to be something to show whose side you on. If you had friends and they got into a fight and you didn't fight, I have to question your loyalty to the group. If you was a gang member, you have to show your loyalty to the gang.
Yeah.
Or else you be kicked out the gang. Christ is no different. Even though he's loving, he's kind, he's got grace, and he got mercy. But, you know, the song said, who's on the Lord's side? There has to be something in your life that sets you apart as saying that you're willing and trying to become who Christ wants you to be. It can't always go the other way. That's why he talks about the double-mindedness, because sometimes, you know, in reading I understood that